What is up, everybody? It's Mr. M. I'm back with a new video. In the background, we're going to be playing Bell Witch's 2011 demo. Some excellent funeral doom. Check the shit out if you haven't. Bell Witch from Seattle, Washington. Just put out a new full length a couple months ago. Highly recommend this band. Can't recommend them enough. Before I get into this video, I'm going to go metal theologian on you guys and talk about what I'm drinking, which happens to be this. Winter Jack by Jack Daniels. It is apple cider liquor with Jack Daniels, 30 proof, 15%, as opposed to the 80 proof, 40% that normal Jack Daniels is. This is a limited edition whiskey put out during the winter months. I believe it was started in September or something, and they're probably going to be discontinuing it pretty soon. So if apple cider liquor mixed with Jack Daniels whiskey seems good to you, I'd recommend getting some. And for what it's worth, it's pretty good. I still prefer regular Jack Daniels over Winter Jack, but for what it's worth, it's pretty decent. Obviously, it's more of a apple cider taste into it, but you can also taste some spices in there like cinnamon and nutmeg. It's not bad, but not extremely good. I think this is like less than $20. My dad got this and he didn't like it at all, so he gave it to me. But yeah, it's like I said, they're probably discontinuing it pretty soon. That's what it looks like. It comes in this with a white label all around it. Kind of difficult to see how much is left, but it's still pretty decent. Like I said, it's 15% alcohol, so it's not something you're going to get wasted off of unless you're drinking it a lot. It's more meant to was like kind of a celebration kind of thing, as opposed to getting wasted. But anyway, I want to be talking about one band the rest of this video, and it's going to be this band, Cannibal Corpse. I saw them live on their North American tour. I got their set list, which I have hanging here. You can't really see it. I don't feel like taking it down, but it's pretty sweet. And I got two box sets here that I'm going to be talking about that came out this year. This first one is When Death Replaces Life. It is a cassette box set. Opens like this. Basically, all of their studio records pre-2000, Eaten Back to Life, all the way to Bloodthirst. This is put out by Floga Records. They're from Greece. Cassettes are pretty well done. It is on a red transparent pro tape. And the J cards are pretty well done too. Got this nice artwork in here, of course done by Vince Locke. And then on this side you got the album cover, credits, title track, and band photo of the OG lineup that did Cannibal Corpse's first 3 records. And Eaten Back to Life is the only one that I've opened so far. I don't know when or if I'll open any of the other ones, just because if I want to listen to them, I listen to them on vinyl, not really tape. But I would have much preferred the old school logo, especially on these on the first 4. All of them are done on that red transparent tape. And when this was advertised too, it was shown with the old school logo, which got me kind of hyped up. But Of course, it didn't. Not really surprising. And as for how it sounds pretty good. Like I said, I only opened up Eaten Back to Life, and I listened to the whole thing front and back, like maybe twice or 3 times, I can't remember. But overall, good sound quality. Floga Records has done, from what I heard, a pretty good job. I can only take other people's opinions on that because this is the first Floga Records release I've gotten. But to me, it sounds good. It costs like 66 euros, which is like $85 American. So there's still some available on their website, but I think it's just the white shell tapes. I'm not completely 100% certain, but I'll drop a link down in the description below for you to check that out if you want. And then the next box that I got is this one, Red Before Black, their new record. Comes in this nice box. If I can get the fucking thing open. Opens like that. And it came with a 2 CD digipack. And I bitched about the sticker being on the case before, but this time it's really irritating because this is a digipack, so it could rip off the album artwork. Comes with the album and then the Blood Covers EP, which I will talk about a bit later. And then in the box set, it came with these 3 guitar picks, with one side being the logo, and then the other side being the Red Before Black album cover, which isn't really the best idea to put that album cover on a guitar pick. It's not really a good idea to put any of Cannibal Corpse's album covers on a guitar pick, just because there's so much detail that goes into them, and you can't really get it on a guitar pick. So it came with that. It came with this sweatband, which I'll probably never wear just because I like to keep my box sets together. Red Before Black on cassette, which I haven't opened yet either. It comes on a solid red shell as opposed to the transparent one that were the other ones. Certificate of Authenticity, 1,103 out of 1,500. You got a band photo on the back. Comes with a back patch, which I probably won't use when I start a vest, because like I said, I like keeping box sets together. And then it came with this massive poster, one-sided, of the album cover. Album cover, of course, done by Vince Locke, who's done all the Cannibal Corpse album covers. And then comes with the blood-covered EP on vinyl. And this box set was the only way you could get this on vinyl, which is probably the big selling point. And because it only came with a box set, there was only 1,500 of these pressed on vinyl. Comes on this kind of pinkish white red marbling, which you can't really see that well in the video. You can't really see it that well in the flesh either. But this EP comes with Sacrifice by Sacrifice, Confessions by Possessed, No Remorse by Metallica, Demon's Night by Accept, Bethany Home, A Place to Die by The Accused, Endless Pain by Creator, and Behind Bars, originally done by Razor. I didn't actually know most of these happened. I knew of Confessions, No Remorse, and Demon's Night because they appeared on the Worm Infested EP. And then Sacrifice and Confessions both appeared on the European versions of Live Cannibalism, and No Remorse also appeared on a limited edition of Gore Obsessed. Bethany Home, Endless Pain, and Behind Bars were all part of the 15-year Killing Spree box set that was released in 2012. And the lineup was pretty much the same for that. The only difference is on Sacrifice, Confessions, and Demon's Night, you have Rob Barrett and Pat O'Brien on guitar, so pretty much their current lineup now. And then on No Remorse, Bethany Home, Endless Pain, and Behind Bars, Jack Owen was on guitar instead of Rob Barrett. So pretty much the same lineup, and then obviously you had Corpse Grinder. Pat O'Brien was on all the songs, Paul Mazurkowitz and Alex Webster doing all the songs. I haven't really given this a thorough listen, but I'm very picky about covers, so maybe I'll like it more. Maybe it'll grow on me or something, maybe it won't. And then I also got the record for Red Before Black. I'm gonna have to flip the tape, I think. I'll be right back. I'm gonna flip the tape. Alright, tape has been flipped. I got Red Before Black on vinyl. The biggest complaint from everyone was that the box set didn't include this on vinyl. You had to order it separately. And I realized that right away because the box set, and along with a few other pre-order bundles, got put on the indie merch the day before it was supposed to be on there. So when I was looking through the bundles, I could see that I needed to order the vinyl separately from the box set. And the variant I got is on a gunmetal gray, number 67 out of 200. It came with a poster as well. Not as big as this other poster, but I'm not going to show it because it's just the album cover. Then on the other side is this band photo. I'll probably get one of them framed. And then lyric sheet. And then, like I said, on a gunmetal gray, which is this like gray marble kind of vinyl, which looks pretty cool. I preferred this over the half clear, half red vinyl that they had, which I think that was another bundle. I think they had a bundle with a box set of vinyl and a shirt for like $100, but I didn't really care for the shirt since I get so many shirts at concerts. So that's this stuff. Now I'm going to talk about the record a bit. It was produced by Eric Rutan, who produced Evisceration, Plague, Torture, and I believe Kill. Not 100% on Kill though. When I saw them live, they performed 5 songs off this record. The first 3, which are Only One Will Die, Red Before Black, and Code of the Slashers. And then Corpus Delicti and Scavenger Consuming Death. As for how the songs actually go, I think it's a pretty strong opening. And those first 3 songs of the record were the first 3 songs that they also played live. They didn't play them in the order that's on the record. They did Code of the Slashers first, and then Only One Will Die, and then Red Before Black. Which, considering I saw them live before I really put a lot of effort into listening to this record, it seems weird now to listen to it how it's supposed to be on the record, because I feel like I should be listening to it with how they performed it. But, so it's pretty strong opening with those 3 songs. And the 4th song, Shedding My Human Skin, that's a pretty fucking killer song too. And I saw a lot of people talking about how that's a really good song too. Then it goes into Remaimed, which I believe it's either that one. No, it's not that one, but Remaimed and Firestorm Vengeance are kind of weaker songs for me. but nothing really too bad where it's one where it makes me want to skip. And then you get to side B, and you got Head Shoveled Off is the first track on there, and then Corpus Delicti and Scavenger Consuming Death. I believe it's Head Shoveled Off where you hear Webster pretty much just by himself on bass for a bit, which the tone he has in there is fucking amazing. And then Corpus Delicti and Scavenger Consuming Death, in my opinion, along with the final track, Hideous Ichor, those songs were the stronger ones on the side B, which makes sense as to why they performed Corpus and Scavenger live. But the other two songs on there, In the Midst of the Ruin and Destroyed Without a Trace, those are, I feel like since those are kind of towards the end of the record, they're great songs, but I feel like they're going to be put kind of off, just because the record starts off so strongly. But overall, it is a solid Cannibal Corpse record. They pretty much Cannibal Corpse laid the foundation years ago for how to write a death metal record, and they are continuing to do that. This now their 14th record. They just keep solid effort after solid effort. I do like this more than A Skeletal Domain, which was their last record that they put out. I don't know who produced that one, but I know it wasn't Eric Rutan. I feel like if he was the producer, maybe it could have been a more stronger effort than it was. Not saying that it's weak at all, though, but I'm saying it could have been stronger. But if you haven't listened to this record at this point, you're falling behind. It's been out for over a month now. It's definitely one of the top records on my year-end list, which will be out shortly at some point hopefully before the new year. But that is going to conclude this video, I think. I'm going to leave links down in the description to indie merch, as well as Napalm Records, because they have a bunch of different variants as well, which reminds me of this one guy on Instagram who bought every single variant pretty much. So there's like 8 or 9 different color variants, which I feel like is a bit much for a record. But that is going to be something for another video, maybe if I ever talk about it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like I said, listen to the new record if you haven't. It is amazing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you did. If you liked it, thanks. Make sure, if anyone does get this, tell me what you think about it. Because it's okay, but it's not something that I would drink every day. But, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking if you did any of those, if you made it this far. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace.